All right. So, everybody, welcome back. We are back with a brand new interview with Staff Sergeant Owens and myself, Tech Sergeant Beddard. Today, what are we talking about, Sergeant Owens?
We're going to talk about how Minot prepares NCOs.
Yep.
And about everything about getting ready to go to Minot and the expectations and pros and cons and everything of that nature. So,
yep. And go ahead and introduce yourself, Sergeant Owens.
All right, so I'm Sergeant Christian Owens. I'm over at the Special Task Group here in Herbertville. I'm the Combat Arms NCOs, and I was at Minot back in 2018. So we're going to talk about some of my experiences and just good information going on to the next wave of airmen that are about to go up to Minot. And this goes for everyone who goes to Minot, whether you're an airman, NCO, senior NCO, everything of that nature. So I'm ready to get on down with it.
Yeah. Sergeant Owens and I were on Charlie Flight at 791 when we were in Minot together in 2018. Been through some experiences together, good times, bad times. It was an experience to say the least, but we'll jump right in. So,
all right,
Sergeant Owens, what are some pros on Minot and for a security forces member, like on and off duty?
So on duty, one of the pros at Minot is definitely the camaraderie. Okay, I made a lot of lasting relationships, met a lot of wonderful people who actually know how to stay positive, who know how to have fun at work and outside of work, to keep you on the same page, to keep you grinding in your development, to keep you grinding as an individual person. And at the same time, you meet a lot of people that you're never going to stop talking to. Like even today, I'm talking again with Sergeant Beddard. And, they're outside of that, you meet a lot of cool people and learn a lot from other people that you meet.
Yeah.
And then, of course, another pro would be just the amount of things to do at Minot. Now I get it. There might not be, an amusement park or anything of that nature there. But, I'm from Georgia. So when I got to Minot, I was like, where's the Waffle House? Like, where's the Six Flags? Where are the things to do? But then you get there and, you start trying things that you never tried before. Like I picked up on fishing. I picked up on skiing. I even did canoeing. I even did, canoeing and water rafting. So, you get a lot of time to do things that you've just done before. And that's all up to the opportunity that you have there that you never thought of doing before.
Yeah. I agree, man. There's not much to do there, but the surrounding area, you can drive pretty much anywhere. The Badlands they're not far. Bismarck's about 2 hours south. Fargo's pretty cool for a day trip, 4 hours away, and Minneapolis is 8 hours away. But you can capture Minneapolis in about a week. Just take some leave, go to Minnie. Get out of the area, because sometimes you gotta shake it up. That way you're not stuck in Minot for, the whole 4 years as a cop there. We're just sitting around the city. And that's why a lot of people are negative about it because they're like, oh, there's nothing to do here. Well, go out and explore, try new things. Being somewhere new means you get to try new things. So hunting, fishing, just getting out in nature. I actually discovered that I like flying drones, so I'll fly. It's so simple, but in Minot, there's so much open space, and there may not be scenic things to look at, but you can still get out there and fly your drone around and whatever. But something simple that I found to enjoy. But also, I think another big pro off duty, and I guess you could call it on duty too, was time to work on yourself. You can that's how I became, I believe, a better NCO, is working on myself professionally, and also taking a more of an self inventory and looking at what I need to do to work on myself, judging from other people that I trusted and their judgments and opinions on me that they said I should probably work on some things. So I took that to heart, and it did make me a better person.
Yeah, I can agree with that statement for sure, because I've had a lot of time to just develop myself and work on a lot of things I wasn't used to doing. Started from schooling and just working on, a multitude of different things. There's a lot of things for you to do especially to keep you from going complacent. It's if you're willing to go out and look for it and willing to take in the information that other people may give you. So I'm a firm believer on that.
Yeah. All right. So we talked about the pros. We have to talk about the cons just a little bit, just like for 1 minute. So what are the cons, Sergeant Owens?
Con number one is cold. It's super duper cold, right?
Yep.
Definitely bring a jacket. The coldest I was in was -68 recorded temperature. So it's definitely cold, but at least wear your clothes and wear the gear that they give you, and you should be okay.
Yeah.
And of course, the second thing would just be sometimes just the negative environment that people feed off when they come from different places. Now, it's not everyone, right? But there are some people who they get there and they're not the most excited about being a Minot. Like even when I was in tech school, they heard I got horse Minot, like, ooh, like Minot, like. But at the end of the day, it's when people say a base is what you make of it, a base is literally what you make of it, right? So whether you have those people and those mindsets that you're around, you always want to take those. You always want to take those lemons and make lemonade. So if you got some cons and you got some negative Nancy's, you always want to take that and just don't let it get to you. Try to find ways to stay positive and try to find a way to do what you can do and what you bring to the table.
All right, that's enough of the cons, because that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about why it prepared you for the future. So on that, next question, while you were at Minot, were there any people that struck you as a mentor?
Oh, yeah. So I actually got 3. Sergeant Jeff Skalski, shout out to him.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Definitely my number one. That was pretty much my first encounter when I got to Minot. He kept me on that pedestal and kind of kept me on the level that I am in today. And that's pretty much just to keep grinding. That's pretty much just to stay 10 toes. Do what you know that you can bring to the table. Do what you know that you can do. Don't just do it for other people because people want to see you. Do it because you can do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of those things where he kept me from feeding into that negative aspect. He kept me and made sure that I knew that there was a lot more in the Air Force and a lot more outside the Air Force. Like everything that goes on in your world doesn't just stop at Minot, because there's a lot more after Minot once you get a chance to leave and get a chance to go somewhere else. Yeah. There's a lot more to it. And if you just apply yourself and continuously stay on your course, then nothing can really stop you. Because at the end of the day, you control your own future. You control what you do once you leave, while you're there, and then everything after the military. And he made sure that I took that mindset with me wherever I went. And then I've been applying it, and I've been flourishing. I've been doing real good as far as my military career goes. I'm in school, trying to work. Now I'm going to work on commissioning. So there's a lot of things that I learned from him that taught me that. And then of course, shout out to you, Sergeant Beddard, and shout out to Sergeant Jedi.
Whoa.
Because
this wasn't staged. I didn't tell him to do this.
Because without you two, every time you two showed up to work, you guys had a. You said
Sergeant Jedi, right?
Second.
Sergeant Jedi too, right?
Yep. You and Sergeant Jedi both when y'all came to Minot and integrated yourselves within the flight. no matter how you felt on your days outside of work, you never brought that onto the flight. Like, we never seen that side where you guys were down. We never seen that side where you guys just didn't like Minot or anything of that nature. Like, we always saw good smiles, good interactions, and I felt comfortable coming to you guys for questions or anything that I just needed help with, you know? And that says a lot when airmen can come to their NCOs and actually just have a personal conversation and feel comfortable giving them that time. And that was another big thing. You guys gave us time. You guys gave us the time of the day to hear our concerns, to actually try to figure out where we wanted to go in life or even in the military. And I couldn't be more appreciative of that than ever, because every time I knew I was talking to all three of you, I was going to have some answers, and it was going to be real. It was going to be real. It was going to be realistic, but it was the truth. But at the end of the day, it was the positive feedback and the positive environment that came along with it. Right. So I couldn't be more. Shout out to all three of you guys, because I probably wouldn't be where I am today if you three didn't start me off on the right path.
Thanks, man. I mean, like, I try to be transparent as much as I can with the troops, because you guys deserve that. You guys deserve, you know, there's some things I'm going to leave out because you guys don't need to know things, but there's obviously going to be, like, if you have questions or if you need someone to talk to, it's no sweat off my brow to give you guys what you guys need to get the job done on your end. Because at the end of the day, man, we NCOs work, right? But the airmen, like, y'all were working, okay? Working, big time. And the missile field job didn't get done, I mean, 85% of the time without you guys. So you guys were critical. You guys were a big part of that. And so we had to rely on you guys to get that stuff done. But I appreciate you and your kind words, man. I know Sergeant Jedi, he wanted to be on the interview. He also appreciates you. I let him know before I got on the interview that you were going to shout him out, and he was like, what, really? And I was like, yeah, dude, he remembers you. He remembers what you did for him. Like, and it's sometimes you know, when you pick back up on these relationships that you made in the past, you don't even think about the impact you made on somebody's life or career, because there was just so much going on and so much noise, and airmen, y'all are always watching us, and we can either leave it worse than we found it or better. And I mean, as long as we're doing the right thing, I think we're leaving it better. And but yeah,
absolutely. So
this is you talking to somebody who is about to go to Minot. What advice would you give to somebody who is about to go to Minot? How do you prepare them for this, or how do they prepare themselves?
Big time. So I would start with the first thing is, when you go to Minot, don't come with high expectations. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of things that as soon as you hop off the plane and you see nothing but cornfields or snow or anything of that nature, that you're not going to have everything at your disposal. Okay, you're not gonna be able to do the things that you were normally used to doing at home, of course, because in North Dakota there's just not that much stuff to do compared to when you were back home. However, if you don't feed into that mindset and you actually go out and look for opportunities and look for other things to do, you'll make Minot a very great assignment. You will, because not only, you work hard and then you have time to play hard, responsibly, right? But at the end of the day, if you leave those expectations at the door, especially if you don't feed into the negative expectations that people try to set before you go to Minot, Minot, you'll be fine. Yeah. You'll do 100% fine.
And even the people that have negative things to say about Minot, and I've heard it before, and you probably have too, but some of them haven't even been to Minot, so they don't even know. They're basing their own opinion off of somebody else's experience, which you and I, we had different experiences in Minot. Like we didn't hate it, but we may not have enjoyed it sometimes. But that's any place. You're gonna have that anywhere. And you kind of said it already. Like you have to make it what it is. Like you make your attitude judges what you're going to do with that assignment. What are you going to do with your time? Are you just going to exist and survive? Or are you going to thrive and grow? I think that's the big takeaway I have for somebody who's about to go to Minot. They're just, you're going to have a million thoughts like, crap, what do I do with this? Or where do I go for this? Or is it going to be, am I going to die there? Like, you can't think about stuff like that. Like, because everybody's thinking like, this is the end of my life. Like, this is where the road ends, you know? And it's like, no, you aren't even there yet. Like, take it day by day, step by step, get there, do what you got to do your job, learn, absorb what you can, and learn something. You know, you can't just go into an assignment, any assignment, especially Minot, and think that everything's just going to be handed to you and you're not going to have to do any work for it. It's not how it works. And Chief Master Sergeant Sullivan, Gerald, he was our 9-1 SFG chief while we were there. Excellent leader, top notch. Not just saying that, like the dude was money.
Shout out to Chief Sullivan.
Yeah, for sure. He said this is a quote. I don't know if he coined it or what, but I think he did. He's smart enough to have this, but he said that Minot prepares supervisors and NCOs for their next base. So while you were an airman there and I was a young tech there, I think we both grew as supervisors and NCOs for our next duty location. Like I'm in California now, you're in Florida. We're not in the global strike realm anymore, but we're better NCOs and supervisors for having been in that realm. And Chief Sullivan said it point blank. He was like, that's what global strike does. That's what Minot does. It makes and grows supervisors for the next spot. So the senior enlisted advisors, they're I think they benefited well from what Global Strike pushed out as far as products with us. Not tooting our horns, but it makes you a better person. It either makes you or it breaks you. You got to decide. But I enjoyed my time in Minot professionally and personally. My family grew there. It's a good place to raise the family. There's not a lot of crime. It's a really good spot. Anybody going there should know that it's almost like they're gonna have time to work on themselves and take care of their family, take care of themselves, grow as a friend with other people. Like, you're gonna make so many friends. How many cops are there? Sorry,
like literally 1,300.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot.
You're gonna make some friends. You're gonna make some enemies sometimes, or you're gonna make a lot of friends too. So you're going to have a good time. I guarantee it. You can put my Waji stamp on that one. So, but on behalf of the Horseman Development Group, I'm Sergeant Beddard signing off. Sergeant Owens, thank you very much. We're gonna have to do this again.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I really for having me on.
Yeah, you got it, man. Well, hey, if you like the video, go ahead and like and share. And if you want to hear any topics from our mentors, just go ahead and put it in the comments or direct message us. Also, if you want to hear a speaker that's in your unit, let me know. See if they're on board with getting on here and giving us an interview, and then we'll take off from there. But thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.